Installment number 3, we are exploring foam rolling today, otherwise known as fascial release. We've got Dom right here rolling out the shin, going up into the quad, and then he's going to turn around, he's going to hit his IT band. We got Eli Fournier right here rolling out his calves. Then he's going to work up into his hamstrings, and he's going to hit his glutes as well. Right over here we have V. Mitchell Lightfoot working on the vibrating foam roller, working out his back, lower and upper, and then he's going to roll over, he's going to hit those biceps up into the pectoral area.
Alright guys, so as you can see by the previous clip, today we're talking about foam rolling, or self-myofascial release. Maybe you foam roll, maybe you don't. If you do, maybe you know the reason behind it, maybe you don't. It's a very simple concept. When we work out, sometimes we sustain soft tissue damage. And soft tissue damage it's also known as adhesions. There are adhesions in the muscle and the soft tissue. And these adhesions, what they do is they reduce the elasticity in our soft tissue, and they cause muscular imbalance. So it can, if we don't treat it, it can cause some serious problems with our movement, give us some movement dysfunction. So what we do with foam rolling is we break those adhesions up. And by doing that, we restore our soft tissue and we get rid of those muscular imbalances, improve flexibility, and our movement overall. So it's a great thing to do. If you're not doing it, I highly encourage it. 5 minutes a day. Start that way. You'll see a huge difference in your flexibility, your mobility, and just how you're moving overall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 3 techniques that I use and that have been highly effective for me and the people that I work with. Obviously the first one is foam rolling. Now there are a million different kind of foam rollers. You can grab whichever kind you want. I mean, there's some that vibrate, there's some that have little nodes on it, there's some that are smaller, shorter, longer, there's a million different kinds. All of them do the same thing. And what you're going to do is you're just going to work from the bottom up. You're going to hit all your main muscle groups. As you find trigger points or sore spots, you're just going to sit on those for 10, 15, 20 seconds till they kind of break up. And it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to be something you got to work at. That's the foam rolling part of it. Very simple. One of the other things I like to use is a lacrosse ball. And I'd love to show you what one looks like, but some of the guys that I work with borrow them and never give them back. Mitch, Eli, talking to you. Lacrosse balls, they look almost like baseballs. They might be a little bit smaller, and they're very dense, they're hard. I like to use them in 2 different ways. I'll go barefoot, and I'll just stand on it, and I'll rub my foot on it, and it feels amazing, and it helps relax your feet and break up anything that's going on in there. And then the second way I like to use it, as I'm foam rolling, if I find trigger points or real sensitive spots, I'll use that lacrosse ball to get in there. And it hurts, it's going to make your eyes water, it might make you cry, but it helps to break that up and get everything back to normal. And then the last thing I like to use is what I know as a tiger's tail. I don't know what else it's called. This thing right here. It's got 2 handles. It's got some things that spin around in the middle right there. You just use it to roll it out. Just if you have a spot that you really need to get to, just right there, just work on it, and it's great. You can apply a lot of pressure and you can get to some spots that you might not be able to get to with your foam roller. So those are some things that I like to do. I'll include an article at the end from NASM, National Academy of Sports Medicine. Great article with a ton of information. I highly recommend you check it out. If you have any questions, hit us up. I'll see you tomorrow for installment number 4. Have a good one.